sure. So I've been in the IT and telecom industry for more than 30 years now. I've worked in 3 companies, in Alcatel-Lucent, which is now Nokia, then Altitude Software, and Celonis now. And I've also lived in several countries, in Spain, of course, in Argentina and Brazil, with global positions for the last 15 years. As background, I studied telecommunications engineering at the UPC in Barcelona. Later in my career, I did a program in business administration at IESE Business School. And I also recently studied data science, which was a total discovery for me, and which I have loved. Then when I started my career, I started as an intern in engineering in development in the software applications division of Alcatel. Then little by little, I moved into other technical areas of the company: network integration, testing, professional services, customer support, and then a bit more into business with technical pre-sales and global project management of very complex telecommunications projects. So this included indeed some very complex projects in Argentina, in Brazil, and in Spain, where I was director of operations. Then, having run all these projects and having run through all the difficulties that they had, gave me the opportunity to move into quality and customer satisfaction. And I was vice president of quality and customer satisfaction at Alcatel-Lucent globally. And this had a very clear mission of making quality real and very operational in these technical deployments. So the beauty about this position is that coming from the technical career that I had had until then, it gave me an end-to-end view of the company, of its processes, and its customers. So it was very enriching. Then after 20 years in Alcatel-Lucent, I decided to jump into a new challenge at Altitude Software, where I was Chief Customer Care Officer, so running all the operational part or post-sales part. So customer support, professional services, customer success management, quality assurance, and also it was the beginning of the cloud, so I had site reliability engineering in very close relationship with engineering. This was a much smaller company that had been bought by a private equity firm, and we had a very clear objective of implementing operational improvements to drive growth and profitability. After this objective was achieved and the company was successfully sold, then I jumped into Celonis. I found Celonis that was just landing in Madrid, opening the hub here. And I fall in love with the topic of process improvement and efficiency, which is something I really like, given my background. So this is how I started at Celonis. I must say that after having had these positions, I started from scratch, initially without the team. Then little by little, I built a small team, which has now grown to 25 people in 3 years. And the mission of my organization is serving engineering to ensure they can work efficiently and effectively and be an excellent engineering organization. Well, I think there's probably no typical day. In Celonis, we always say that things happen so fast. The time at Celonis runs like 4 times faster than in any other place, and it really feels like that. Now, jokes aside, in my day-to-day, I work with Germany, with the US, East and West Coast. Therefore, my days tend to end late to allow for overlapping time with them. Then what I usually do is that I take the chance of the morning to organize my day and to do activities that require good focus time. And I found that these initial hours of focus make me really effective through the rest of the day. Another thing that is interesting to mention is that I usually always go to the office. And I mean, this might sound strange. It's even strange for me. Celonis has a policy, a completely flexible policy for remote working. We can really work as much remote as we want. But the reality is that our offices are pretty busy because it's really great to work from here. The atmosphere is fantastic, energetic. The offices are very comfortable and they allow for quality work. So I'm very happy coming almost every day, I would say. Then my role as engineering operations director, in my day-to-day, my organization deals with a big variety of topics. We are in charge of processes and tools for engineering, tracking engineering performance, management the improvement projects for not only for us internally, but also for particular customers. We manage communications, budget, technical knowledge for the organization, onboardings. So you can imagine that these topics in a hyper fast growing engineering organization like ours are very critical. Think that when I joined Celonis 3 years ago, engineering was less than 200 people. I would say closer to 100. We are today more than 600. So you can imagine that things get disorganized very fast when you grow so quickly. So this means that organizing it is about driving change management, and change management is a very big component of my day-to-day. I need to talk to many stakeholders, brainstorm on what needs to be done, get support for those projects, track how implementation is going, communicate to the whole engineering organization. Change management, I mean, there's so much literature about it. We all know it's not easy. And that makes the work at engineering operations very challenging, but also at the same time very exciting and very rewarding. So as I have said, driving change and the fast-paced environment that we're in, I think are the biggest challenges. To start with the latter, Celonis is a high-speed company. It grows massively and everything moves fast and forward all the time. And our own product technically evolves very rapidly. And this, of course, we are in engineering. This requires from each and every one to keep up with the change and to improve day after day relentlessly. So I believe that to overcoming this is a key is having a very strict discipline of getting informed and enabled on all the topics day after day. And it also helps cultivating a very active network within the company, which helps you stay up to date with everything that is going on. Now, about driving change, the way to succeed is probably having the right combination of drive with flexibility, communication skills, and networking. Driving change is all about influencing and building alliances and then being able to execute. So engineering operations acts, in fact, as the bridge between engineering and all of the other departments. So this is why ensuring effective collaboration with all of them is absolutely fundamental and core to our success, is our mission. We do this by always working together in finding win-wins. It's important to understand the bigger picture and which role each of us play in that bigger picture. I'm a strong believer that we're all working together, not against each other, and then finding this common ground is what really helps us move forward. And in order to do so, you need to have, of course, regular communication and alignment. It's a key ingredient. But also, I would say being flexible and not too concerned about boundaries. I believe this is important. Sometimes to get things done, we need to go beyond our official job description to help others accomplish their mission. And that is okay, as long as everyone feels the value. What is important in the end is that we get our objective accomplished by working with the rest of the departments. I mean, if it's about the engineering team, the engineering is behind all the great products that Celonis has. So I would say that they are, I mean, each and everything they do has a significant impact on the company. If I think about my particular organization, engineering operations, I believe that the improvement of our performance in development and support, while at the same time reducing our budget substantially, is something I'm very proud that we have achieved. In a fast-growing organization like engineering, it's very easy to create inefficiency. So things get disorganized and chaos appears very rapidly if you're not careful. And engineering operations has been key to drive improvements in engineering through data analysis. So we have created a mini center of excellence where we track our performance in engineering with our own product, with Celonis. And we have been able, thanks to that, to drive substantial budget reductions in tooling and in other areas, while at the same time improving our performance, understanding where we can drive more productivity, more velocity, and driving at the same time increase reliability and time to market. And all of that is by monitoring how we do things, working with teams to improve how we do things. And this has now allowed engineering operations to become a trusted partner for all stakeholders inside and outside engineering. Yeah, well, first, of course, artificial intelligence, and in particularly Gen AI, is extremely exciting because of all the possibility it brings to us. I am personally leading a corporate initiative inside Celonis on the use of generative AI inside Celonis to improve our productivity or our impact. But then I would say that Celonis itself is the new technology I'm most excited about. Celonis is an AI product in itself, which we keep constantly improving and enhancing as technology evolves. But I would say it's a different type of AI. We are truly pioneers in many aspects. And what makes it different is that for the first time, the idea that higher speed, better customer service, less cost, and reduced carbon print are incompatible is not true anymore. Celonis is a technology that can make all of them improve at the same time because it tackles the root cause of all of them, which is inefficiency. Then by improving efficiency, all of those KPIs that seemed incompatible become compatible and improve at the same time. So I truly believe that this is a new technology that every company is bound to adopt, and it comes to revolutionize the way we do things. No wonder we always say that Celonis is coming to make processes work for people, for companies, and for the planet. It's because it really, it's a new technology that is able to improve all of them at the same time.